Planning a Disney vacation can be overwhelming, time-consuming, and expensive. But what if there was a better way to do it?
There absolutely is, and that's why we always call in an expert. Our friend and partner Ashley Dixon from Adventure Awaits by Ashley. She does all the research and work to make our trips easy and stress-free.
That's right. Thanks to Ashley, our time can be better spent choosing our favorite ears to match our outfits, or which lightning lanes, dining reservations, and enchanting extras we want, because she will book all of that for us.
And she saves us money because she can get deals on park tickets, resort hotel stays, and vacation plans that we can't even see ourselves. The best part? Her services are always free.
As a former cast member and annual pass holder at both Disneyland and Walt Disney World, nobody knows the parks better than Ashley. So what are you waiting for?
To book your next adventure to Disney and beyond, find Ashley on social media at Adventure Awaits by Ashley, or send her an email at adventureawaitsbyashley@gmail.com.
And make sure you mention that the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast sent you. We just found a whole new way to enjoy our trips to the Disney parks. Where in the Park is a signature theme park seek and find game. Each game features images showcasing unique and often overlooked details inside the parks. Players explore the park at their own pace, looking for each image. Play solo or team up with friends and family. This makes the perfect addition to a park day, whether it's your first visit or your 100th. What's even better is that it's not only for Disney. Where in the Park offers packs for theme and amusement parks across the country. Make sure to check out Where in the Park and all the different games they have to offer. Use our code WONDERFUL at checkout for 10% off your next purchase. Happy searching.
Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast.
Because Disney's a wonderful thing. Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet, and fly with us as we discuss the parks, treats, and all things Disney, with new episodes every wonderful Wednesday.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wonderful Wednesday. We're back with another episode, and we get to pull back the curtain a little bit today. Like, we've got an insider as a special guest, and it's about to get real.
And we love special guests.
We do love special guests. And we have our friend Martha on with us today. Martha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're so good. We're so excited because, like, one, we love special guests, but two, we met you in a very unique way. We met you on TikTok.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're our first guest that we've ever met through TikTok.
That's true.
Right? But this was so cool because we just kind of started talking as you were liking some of our videos, and I think we just kind of made this bond, and then you started sharing a little bit of your story, and it just kind of clicked, and we're like, we need to have Martha on the podcast.
Yeah.
So I guess is kind of a starting point. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell our listeners, who you are and kind of how this all came together.
Okay. Well, I am originally from California, born and raised, SoCal native. And I have a son, 24.
Okay.
I've since I was little, we've watched Disney, we watched The Wonderful World of Disney on TV, and we got to go to the park when I was younger. Um, so one day a friend of mine and I decided to go to the Blythe Park just to see what would happen. You never know, right?
Okay.
And I didn't think I was gonna get hired, to be quite honest, because I didn't have I don't know. It's a theme park, right? So because of my love of Disney and growing up around it and having that, in my life, I just thought, you know what, that'd be a really cool place to work. So I know that it's changed. The hiring process has changed since, because I worked there back in 2006. So
Okay.
it's been a while, since I worked there. And so when you go to interview initially, you application, you get customer service questions and the whole rigmarole, right? To go through the process of getting hired. And it got to the point to where we had to do like a group interview.
Okay.
So I might get a little emotional on this story because it's a cool story.
Yeah.
So I'm in this group interview, and I was giving her answers of why they want to work for the park and why they'd be a good fit. And I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like, none of my response is like nothing like theirs, you know. And I just gave my honest answer, and I said, I love the park since I was little. I love Disney. I love Tinkerbell. I love Maleficent. Like it's just I don't know. To be quite honest, that's like the end all be all jobs to me at least. You know, and as I'm sharing, why they should hire me, I got a little teary eyed. I cried a little bit. So, and everybody's like looking at me like I'm kind of weirdo, and I'm just like, I'm being honest. That's just I'm a weirdo. It's whatever. I love Disney. And even the part where, we got to get our badges and our IDs and things like that, we're in this theater, the curtains open up, Mickey comes out holding baskets with our stuff, and like I just felt like this knot in my throat. God, sorry.
It's okay,
And
but like this is so cool because this is why we were so excited to have you on because we felt that love and
Mm-hmm.
that's what we have too. I
Yeah.
mean, at the end of the day, we're fans of something that had
yeah.
this deep impact on our lives. So
Yeah.
please, like this is awesome.
Yeah, and seeing Mickey, of course, as an adult, it's just a person in a costume, like realistically. But that little girl inside of me, I'm like, oh my God, Mickey,
Yeah.
yay!
Yep.
So I walked up stage and I got my stuff and I'm like, can I hug you? And he nodded yes. I give him a hug and I started bawling my eyes out. And yeah, so I mean, at that point, I just knew that things are gonna be good.
Yeah.
You're working at Disneyland. Like, how horrible could it possibly be? To be quite honest,
Right.
it's
Yeah. So you touched on this a little bit, but like what is your Disney origin story? Like where did your love of Disney come from?
okay. So on the weekends, my mom would take us to like the local VHS, rental place, and we get to pick out a Disney movie. And so every weekend, I would either pick out um, like Bedknobs and Broomsticks or the Apple Dumpling Game or the Witch Mountain. I always pick like the older because I thought I don't know, I thought they were kind of a little more cooler. I wasn't really into so much into the cartoons. I was more like the live action movies,
Yeah.
and just just for a little while, like I got to sit there and just be like so like just caught up in this movie and watching all these cool things happening. And I just think to myself, well, this is amazing, And of course, going to the park when I was younger, my mom used to, we had like little ditch days. My mom would take me and my sister to the park. And uh, I mean, I can't speak for everybody else, but all I know is that when you're in the park, like everything else just kind of seems to fade away,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, like the whole outside world, in my opinion, does not exist. And so having that moment or having those moments and memories and being an adult and get to experience the other side of it, seeing the families and the children and the little ones excited, Um, I was raised on Disney movies and so was my son. We kind of
Yeah.
kept it a tradition, you know, and I think there's something that's just so awesome and so cool and so magical, to be quite honest, about any Disney itself,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it brings out your inner child and
Absolutely.
you get to go to the park. You by yourself as an adult and go nuts. And who cares? You know?
It's so true.
So
But like you
So
touched on those movies and it's crazy. Like I still in my mind, like it's ingrained in my mind, the sound of opening the plastic cases, like the smell of the
yeah,
VHS tape or, sliding it out of the sleeve. Like when you arranged them on the shelf, they all had the pictures of the main characters. I remember like that just being
yeah,
so important
Yeah.
that everything was,
yeah.
organized that way because every one of those movies meant something. And
Yeah.
it's really cool
Oh
that for
yeah,
you, it wasn't necessarily the cartoons because, like, we talk about it. These animated classics are amazing, but, like, that was only part of the storytelling that was happening in these
Yeah.
films.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
It's just, I mean, I love the cartoons. Like Cinderella and Little Mermaid, and even like I said, I love Tinkerbell, I love Maleficent. They're my absolute favorite Disney characters. But watching the movies and seeing how an older generation, their view, or how Walt Disney decided to make the movies, to me, it seemed like they're a little more adult, you know.
Yeah.
But I was a kid. What did I know? They were funny, you know. So if I'm handed, you know, a Tom and Jerry cartoon, or I'm handed the Apple Dumpling game, I'm gonna pick that. I love Dumpling Knots anyway.
I
Dumpling
love
Knots is
it.
hilarious.
I
So
love
I'm gonna
it.
pick the Apple Dumpling game. I'm gonna watch Escape to Witch Mountain, Return to Witch Mountain. I'm gonna watch all the original. You
So
know,
good.
I have Disney Plus for myself.
Yeah,
I
that's
watch it.
right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
So we had some questions for you, Martha. It's kind of like a get to know
Okay.
you. And again, like very interesting because you're a former cast member, but one of these you touched on already. But we'll start with this one and then we've got a few more behind it. But your favorite Disney character, you mentioned Tinkerbell and Maleficent. Can you
Mhm.
tell us why? Like what is it about those two? Because they're classics. But what is it about
Okay.
those two?
So Tinkerbell, and I actually have her tattooed on my arm. She's like
Oh,
one of my
very
first tattoos that
cool.
I got.
Okay.
Yeah. She's stubborn and she's a brat. She's funny.
Yes.
She's a typical girl. She is. Doesn't get her way.
Yep.
She doesn't talk, but she doesn't need to talk. Her expressions say it all.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
love that.
who doesn't love teen, to be quite honest?
Right.
And then you have Maleficent, the opposite end, this villain this villain. I don't think she's a villain. I think she's misunderstood, to be quite honest. I
Right?
love Maleficent. I love that. I love that she has her own movie. I love that. That was
Yep.
just so, yeah.
That was
And
that was so well done.
Yeah.
yeah, she's cool. I mean, who
She
doesn't,
is.
honestly, she, dragon, wings. I mean, really?
Right.
I was like, I want wings. I want a
Right?
dragon.
She's cool. She really is. Now we know you're a California girl at heart. So
Yeah,
Disneyland or California Adventure?
Disneyland.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I love both parks, but the original. I'm sorry, I have to. My heart belongs to Disneyland.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, are you a rope drop or a park close person?
Park closed. I can't get up that early with a rope drop. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah,
Even though it's in
we
California, there's no way.
we were always rope drop people, but like as I get older, I'm like, ooh, do I want to get up at 6:30 a.m. to be there right when the park opens? I don't think so. I'd rather stay up till like midnight when the park closes. So I think I'm becoming a park
You're
close.
evolving.
I am.
Amazing. Okay, how about this
It's
one? The
yeah,
monorail or the Disneyland Railroad?
the railroad.
Okay.
Yep.
Again,
Well, Casey
classic.
Jr. to be specific. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it?
All right.
Yeah. Is it still Casey? Those they changed. Is it still Casey Jr. The train? Is it still, or has it changed? I don't even know.
Yeah, no,
I love
they
the
still
train.
they still throw you in the bars and stuff like an animal and haul you around. It's still awesome.
I like the train. It's fun.
It is.
Do you want to
So
walk? Hop on
good.
the train.
Right.
Right. So what is your go-to park snack?
Dole Whip.
Okay.
Mm,
Absolutely. Dole
Good
Whip.
choice.
I
Yeah.
I mean, I would say churro because sometimes the churro and the Dole Whip, but when I get to the park, I beeline it straight to the Dole Whip. So
Okay.
that I go. My when I go, it's a Dole Whip and a tiki room. That's how I start my day
Love it.
There it
every
is.
time.
That's
Yeah. Oh
so
yeah.
good.
You
So
have to go to the
good.
tiki room. Like, come on. You have to
Yeah.
get a little pumped up for the
Absolutely.
park.
That's right. Okay, so we've talked a lot about your favorite things. How about your least favorite ride in Disneyland?
It's a small world.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a hot
I
take, Martha.
know.
Like there are
I'm
people who
sorry.
get up in arms over Small
I
World hate.
know. I know. I just get bored. Even when I was little, I used to get bored because that was the end of the day. When we're little, like to go on that
Yeah.
ride just to mellow us out. Like
Okay. So like
be
before we
be
throw you
sugar.
back in the car, we're gonna calm you down with It's a Small
Yeah.
World.
And I'm just like, okay. My son loves it. I don't know. He loves it, but I'm like, okay, whatever. Um, but I will tell you this though. Of all the times I've gone to the park and worked there and things like that, I've never actually been on Dumbo
Wait, really?
ever.
Okay.
I haven't. No.
I
The
think
spinning,
we've only been on it a
Yeah.
handful of times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we haven't been on it a lot, but like we have ridden it.
Yeah.
We need to get you on Dumbo,
Right?
Martha. We need to make this happen.
I because it spins. I get dizzy. I'll do the teacups, no problem, but don't spin it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. Absolutely the same way.
Yeah.
We're like holding on to the center. It's not me. You're usually like holding on to the center and you're like, don't spin the teacup, don't spin the
Well, no,
teacup.
you do. You have to like hold on. Like they're designed to spin. They'll spin unless you hold it in
Yeah.
place, and even then, like they're
Like
still
white
trying.
knuckling it, just trying to get it to not
If
spin.
it spins a little, fine, okay. But if it's like if I'm in there with other people, like adults,
Yeah.
whatever, and they're like turning the spin, I'm like, oh God, stop!
No, no,
I
I
can't
can't do
do
it
it.
either. Yeah.
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 All right. Okay.
All right. So at the beginning of the episode, you talked about kind of like the interview process for Disney, but go into a little more detail as to why you wanted to work for Disney.
Well, okay. So back then, I was kind of like in between work, you know,
Hmm.
and so it's almost like something that I've always wanted to do since I was little. Like
Yeah.
I thought, how cool it'd be to work here. Like at one point I wanted to live there, you know. There when I was little,
Right.
I was like, I don't want to leave. I want to go sleep at the castle. Like, don't make me leave, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No,
Um,
I'm fine if they throw me on Tom Sawyer Island. I don't care. I'll camp out. I'm
I'm
good.
perfect. Give me a backpack. Give me like a sleeping bag and a pillow. I'm good. I
Yep.
don't want to leave the park. I thought it'd be interesting to see, like I said, the other side of
Yeah.
you know, and it's supposed to being a guest, being an employee. Like, what would it be like
Yeah.
to have a magical moment for someone, or to hear their stories, or to see the little kids come into stores and being so excited. And honestly, like I've worked at two different theme parks, and I love working at both of them. But out of out of out of both parks, I have to say, hands down, I love working for Disney. I
That's
did. It
so
was
cool.
honestly having that was almost like not being a cashier, wasn't like a dream job, but the fact that I got to be a part of something,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that's that was the cool part,
That's
being a part of
amazing.
like a family's experience, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's there's I think all of us have those moments where we're
Yeah.
like we'd love to work there, but like you understand like when you're working there, you do see the backstage. You do see, some of the things that, for right and wrong that have to go into making
Mm-hmm.
Disneyland what it is and making it magical. But
Right.
Yeah.
I think again, there are a special group of people in these cast members that like genuinely like you, they went to work there because they wanted to create magic for someone else, which is such a beautiful
Mm-hmm.
sentiment and like such a selfless gift, you know?
Yeah.
That's so cool. And we've
Yeah.
benefited from it because of people like you.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's I mean, to me, like, it was just a good company to work for. I being an employee and a cast member, I honestly have nothing negative to say on that side. Um, if I can go back and work there again for the rest of my life, I would. To be quite honest.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So I would love, I
Well,
mean, at some point, I mean, I don't know what the future holds or what's going to
yeah,
happen, but I would love to work. I would love to go back to either to work back at the park or to even work at Disney World. You know,
yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to be a part of that again because I miss it. And it's been a long time, but I miss it. I miss working there. I
that's
do.
so
I miss it a
sweet.
lot.
Yeah.
So tell us about your time in the parks, Martha. Like what were you doing as a cast member? You mentioned, being a cashier, but what was that experience like while you were there? How was it working with other cast members?
It was actually a lot of fun, to be quite honest. I met a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
I don't really keep in contact with them too much these days, except for like one person that a friend of mine, Brandon, he used to work there. He was actually one of the original Jack Sparrows.
Really?
So
That's awesome.
I still keep in contact with
Okay.
him. He's like, yeah, he's a really good friend of mine. Yeah,
And like
yeah. So
I know that those cast members like don't really share that often, but like how cool would that be to be like going to bed, you're like, hey, no matter what happens, I'm Jack Sparrow. Like that's so rad.
at the end of the day, I'm Jack Sparrow. You can't, yeah, and
Right?
yeah. Um, so I was a cashier. I worked mainly at the Emporium,
Okay.
which I like working there. I had a lot of fun working there. Um, they had me working one day in Toontown. So overall, I couldn't do it. I was so
Not a fan of
miserable.
the overalls.
No, 'cause I'm short. They're not made for short people. They're not.
Oh, no.
So I guess I was that's like the only downside of working there is you have to wear like these costumes. I'm like, oh my God, really? Um, I like working on Main Street because when it's cold, like the colder nights, you get to have like a nice, like, like wool coat.
Oh yeah,
So
those wool
I wish,
coats are nice. Those
oh
look
yeah, so
classy. I like
comfortable.
them.
If if I had the opportunity, I would have kept them. I would have kept everything, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Um, but my favorite store to work, Pieces of Eight. I love working
Really?
there.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I love working at Pieces of Eight. A lot of
I
times
love
I would
shopping
bump
there,
out.
so
Yeah, I love working there. I'm like, just leave me alone. I'm fine. I'm good. I can run the store. I'm good. It's a little store. What can happen, right?
right, right.
Well, I have a story about that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, speaking of
Yeah.
stories, so tell us a good story from like your cast member days. What good or bad, whatever it might
Yeah.
be.
We're here for all of it, by the way. So,
Okay. So, I mean, not so much bad, but it, it was uncomfortable, to be quite honest.
okay.
So, around the time that they were releasing the Jack Sparrow active figure, right? So
Yeah.
we had it on display behind us on the register. So I joke and I'd hold it like a baby, I'd cradle it. I'm sitting there rocking this doll, and and people were just like, nobody's like paying attention to me. You're like, whatever. And so this guest walks in with her daughter. She was 7, so little. And she's like, oh, the dolls are out. I'm like, no, I go, this is just the display. So and I was like, seeing, I'm pressing the button because I had like said different phrases.
Right.
And she's like, well, where are they? I said, well, they're not out yet. I go, they'll be out in a couple of days. She's like, well, it's my daughter's birthday, so you think maybe we can buy the display? And I said, I'm sorry. I said, no. I said, people have been touching it and things like that. You don't want this. And she looks down at her daughter and she goes, tell them I said you want the doll.
Okay.
And so I looked at her and I wished her first of all, I said happy birthday. She had the pin on, the
Right,
button.
right.
I said
Yeah.
happy
Yeah.
birthday. I said, have you had a chance to talk to Goofy for your birthday? Like trying to change the subject a little bit. She didn't really talk. No, she goes, I want the doll. And so I'm sorry. I mean, you can't have it. It's you can't have it. I'm sorry. And so she's standing next to the barrel where they have the at that point the jewels, right? Because you can get
Right.
the jewels and put the little right. And she sticks her hand in the jewels and she's swirling her little hand around, pulls out a handful of the jewels and just tosses them at me. I'm
Okay.
like, okay. I look at the mom and I just shook my head and I bent over and I picked up the jewels and things like that. And the mom says, I'm not paying for that. I say, you don't have to. It's fine. You don't have to pay for that.
Oh.
The little girl, she takes off and she's right, their little section between pieces of eight and the bat. She's like right there in between. And she's standing there and she starts crying. And I'm like, what
That's
what
so
do you want me to do?
hard.
Like I felt bad, like
Yeah.
Right.
what do you want me to do? I was like, I could try to get you some Disney dollars, something, I'm trying to like find something to make the situation better,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
and you're no matter where you go, you're not going to have happy people. There's
Right.
always
Yeah.
going to be something. People are always, but that
Well,
always
and
kind of
that's
just stuck in my head. I'm like, it's her
oh.
birthday.
Yeah.
I understand it's her birthday. I understand that, but come on.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
the hard thing. Like as great as Disney is, and as much as I know that y'all always try and say yes, like you also have to do your jobs. And this is where we've talked about it. Like, hey, we're called park guests for a reason,
Yeah.
you know? And it's I know that there's so many good things, but there's also a lot of experiences like this where I'm
Yeah.
like, y'all, be kind to the cast members, okay?
Be
Like,
better. Like, just be better.
oh, that's so
I
sad.
mean, like here I am. I'm just a cashier. I can only do so
Yeah.
much, but people would come, they travel, from different countries and states and things like that to see the fireworks or the parade or just anything. And if there weren't any fireworks because it's too windy or it's drizzling, like
Yeah.
we kind of got the brunt of it. You know,
Yeah.
what I'm a cashier. I don't have a button. I can't make the weather stop. You
Right.
know. So I mean, as much as they gripe to complain, I always try my best to like, okay, let's talk about something else. Let's
Right.
let's
Right.
you know let's not
Okay.
focus on what can't be done. Let's do what you can do.
For sure.
Right. Well, so we
So
went from rocking Jack Sparrow to being assaulted with pirate jewels. That was a wild ride, Martha. Do you- was was there ever anything like surprising to you backstage? Because like there's always this mystique about the backstage, you know? And maybe it's not even that cool, but like I think for those of us who have not worked for Disney, we're always like, so what is back there? Like what's that about? Do you have any good like backstage stories or anything to share?
okay, so the first day, I'm on my first break, and there's a cast member entrance like right by
Okay.
one of the newsstands, right? But
Uh-huh.
you go on the back and there's a little bench sitting there, and there's little break room areas, little areas for break rooms, and of course, the characters have their own break room, but whatever, you know,
Whatever.
yeah, whatever. And I'm sitting there, and I look over, and I see these poles, and there are dwarf heads. And I'm like, that's weird. That's weird. That's
Like like
creepy. That's
like
weird.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Dwarf heads?
Yeah. Yeah, the for the costumes, just on the poles so the cat so that the actors could take a break.
Just
You know?
Dopey's head just sitting there.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's it
what
was a
did you
bit
think in that
traumatizing, to be quite
moment?
honest.
Like,
It was a little bit traumatizing. I'm
on the
like,
one hand, I mean, They've got to put them somewhere.
Yeah.
But now you've got just a bunch of dwarf heads on a pike just sitting. It sounds like a scene out of like Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings or something. Just dwarf
And,
heads backstage.
and
It's a warning,
so
like ye shall not enter here.
beware. It's like almost like the way the evil queen just
Took their heads off. Oh god.
Oh.
so
This took a
back
wild
then.
turn.
Yeah. So back then, camera phones were barely coming out,
Yeah.
barely, and my phone had a little camera. So I took a picture of it. And so over the years, things have changed, so I would email it to myself so I,
So
I
you
still have
still have it.
I still have it. I still have it.
That's
That's
awesome.
that's my that's my people ask about Disney and I share that story.
The
Here's the
dwarf
truth.
heads.
The dwarf edge.
To
Um
your point, like you expect it, like it's backstage, but yeah, to just have them just creepy. Like out of a
I
horror movie.
mean,
Like, are they just gonna start talking?
What?
you you have the cafeteria, right? And like I said, some of the characters a little clicky. They kind of sat together. So I'm walking through, I'm trying to find a seat, and I just see the guy that played a genie in the Aladdin show, and from
Okay.
like the chest up, he's like this paint on blue paint, and I'm
It's
like,
blue.
oh, the genie. He just like looked at me like I'm a weirdo, and I'm like, oh, the genie. Like I'm geeking out.
Right.
I see I see Tinkerbell at the table eating next to Peter Pan.
You're
I'm
gonna
flipping out. I'm
fangirl
like,
in
oh my
that
god,
moment.
Tinkerbell.
That's Tinkerbell. That's
You
your
know,
girl. Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But they're like, like, don't talk to us.
You can't sit with us.
Just yeah, pretty much.
Boo.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's
They're
sad.
they're sometimes they're not very nice.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
Listen,
whatever.
listen. If
I'm like,
if if the stars ever align and I ever get my dream come true to
You
like
will
be Captain America
no.
or Kylo Ren or something, I'm gonna be like so cool and friendly. Like I'll sign autographs for days, front stage, backstage. I don't care. I'm gonna live it up, and I will be so happy. I'll be friends with everyone. Mark my words. You can all sit with
and
me.
I actually got to meet one of the I guess like one of the original Mickeys. Her name was Lolly.
Oh, okay.
She had worked at the park for like 30 plus years, if not more at that point,
That's
and I'd
awesome.
actually met her backstage. She's
Yeah,
hanging out and stuff. She takes off her Mickey head, and I'm like, oh hi, we started talking, and she's sweet, super sweet.
right.
And I was telling her that that I was planning on bringing my son the next day to the park because I got him a new autograph book. So I want to take pictures with the characters and the
Yeah,
autograph.
yeah, yeah.
So so she was so sweet though. I got the pictures and then she offered to take the autograph book for me and have all the characters sign it. So,
Okay.
That's awesome.
so where it is, it's somewhere probably at my dad's in storage. I know I have it because it belonged to my son. You
That's
know,
amazing.
so I was like, yay! Oh, look what I have.
That's awesome.
That's
I got to
so
meet
cool.
Mickey.
But
Suck
yes,
it.
like
No.
that's that's the funny part about this is like I know I would be the same way.
Yeah.
Like as much as
You
you're
would.
like, hey, I'm here to do my job, like you said, like the little girl comes out, like that moment where like it's Mickey. I just
You
love
can't
that.
help it.
Yeah.
Like you can't, like you see these characters that, of course, are in the park, and you see them walking. I'm like, okay, it's just somebody else. Like oh,
Right.
it's Aurora, Ariel, whatever. But backstage, so
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
well, what we know that you really loved your time there, Martha. What do you miss the most about working for the Walt Disney Company?
so. I usually worked up in to the evening,
Uh-huh.
and the end of my shift before I went and got changed and things like that, I kind of sit at the bench, backstage,
Right.
and I would listen to the music and the crowd and the people and the laughing.
Yeah.
And so I got to hear that. And again, it's like you're in a whole other world, you know?
Yeah.
And that was those little moments on that bench just to wind down and to take everything in. It was my happy place.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
That's
I
so
mean, not so much,
cool.
I love being around the guests and the interaction and things like that, but just to have the moment to myself,
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
take it all in. And every day, like you know, not every day working there can be perfect,
Oh yeah.
but I I can't really think of a moment where I'm going to sit there and say, well, it's because it's such a moment. I don't want to work there again. I don't have moments like that.
Yeah.
I don't. I got up every day looking forward to go to work and being in the park and interacting and, just being part of the whole atmosphere,
Yeah.
and I
I
miss
love that.
that. I miss my little quiet moments
Yeah.
at the end of my day, at the end of my day. I miss that. I
Yeah.
miss that a
Okay.
lot.
Okay, Martha.
I'm sorry.
No, it's awesome though. And like that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is I know that nowadays with social media and things like sometimes it's kind of in vogue for former cast members to share thoughts and
Mhm.
feelings that maybe aren't the best. And we know that, work is never perfect, like you said,
Yeah.
but this is why we were so excited to have you come on and tell your story because like this is how we feel about it too. Like
Yeah.
it resonates. And while we've only been guests, like I think each of us have that spot. Like there's a reason why it's our happy place, why we keep going back. And
Mhm.
it just touches our hearts to hear someone tell that story that loves it so much too.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very rare to come across, a job or anything like that where you can say it was literally your dream job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's my dream came true to work there. I didn't work there for very long, but that was a dream come true.
I love that.
That's that's something that you can't measure up to
Yeah.
ever,
Yeah. Well,
ever.
speaking of like dream come true, if you could go back and work for Disney again and have like any job that you wanted,
Yeah.
what would it be and why?
I want to push the button on Pirates of the Caribbean. I want to be
Okay.
that button pusher. I
Jake's
just
face.
either
Yes.
that or be like
Yes.
the I guess we call it the maid or whatever at the entrance of Haunted Mansion to do
Yes.
that.
Yep.
You know, that's
Yep.
I since I was little, that's my favorite ride parts of here being Haunted Mansion, my two favorite rides like ever. You know, so to be able to work on one of those rides, oh
Yeah.
God,
That would be
That would be
awesome.
yeah, it'd
amazing.
be
That'd be
perfect.
awesome.
I'd be perfectly content. Perfectly content.
Well, and the other thing too, like both of those rides are some of our favorites as well,
Hmm.
but like those are like the two coolest rides that if something went down to get like evacuated off of, like I want to see it. I want to see it all, like behind the scenes. And I know, like, if something goes down on Pirates, like cast members have got to like put on waiters, like get ready because we're going in water evacuation. Like, you got to get them out somehow. That would be so freaking cool.
Yeah.
I I got a peek of it once briefly when at that time when when they were remodeling the ride the first time to bring in
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow.
Oh
I
Okay.
got
yeah.
the little peek and see it gutted.
What was it like?
So it was weird because like you see like this lights and you can see like these all these facades. I'm just like, no, turn the lights off, put the water
Yeah.
back. I don't want to see
So is that crazy?
these
Because like,
codes.
yeah, like we think about it, like, ooh, what was it like? Like we're all glued to our edge of our seats, but then you're like, no, you don't want to see it. Like you just want the lights back off. You want the water back. Like,
You just you see tracks and you see animatronics not moving, and it's just like I kind of like, okay, well, I took I took away a little of the magic from myself by doing that. I'm like, no.
oh,
After
That's
that, I was like, I don't want to see any more rides down ever. I don't,
yeah, okay.
That's
you
kind of
know.
how it was when we got evacuated off of Runaway Railway in Disneyland. Like with all the lights on, I was like, "Oh, this is what it looks like." Like, turn them off. I don't want this.
Well, and I think that's kind of like a compliment to the Imagineers and like the
Yeah.
magic they create because again,
Oh
like
yeah,
you're working with everyday materials that you may see in an
Yeah.
office or a warehouse or other things like but it's the effects,
Yeah.
it's the way they're
yeah,
presented that
Yeah.
really take it to a next level that make it immersive that take you to another world. But like yeah, when the lights come on,
Yeah, you're like, "Oh."
oh,
yeah. And
dwarf heads,
it's like
dwarf heads everywhere.
someone, yeah. It's like someone wanted to say, okay, well, I want to ride Space Mountain with the lights on. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I actually
No.
would.
That's a very good point, though. Like, that's not how it was designed
Yeah,
to be enjoyed.
for sure.
And, like, it is a different experience.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
Crazy.
you go there to forget everything, and then you see that you ride breaks down. Like, wait a minute. Okay, never mind. I don't want to see
I
it.
take it
I
back.
don't want to.
Right.
I take it
Just
back.
kidding.
Well, Martha, we have another question for you because we know how much you love the parks. And again, we understand that life has taken you outside of California now, so it's probably a little more difficult to get back. But how do you keep the Disney magic alive when you're so far away from the parks?
So where I used to live previously, I had my home office, and half my office was the stretch painting, but they're like it was material. It was like it was just the matter material, but it's like it was a stretch painting from Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
So I had those hanging on my wall, and then I had the door knocker, and it says, like it knocked by itself, and it had like Madame Leota on there and stuff, and um, I have like little things around my house. Like I have this. I don't know if you can see it. It's my little
Oh
Cinderella,
yeah, your
a
Cinderella
little ornament.
carriage.
Yeah,
So
That's
so
I have
cute.
like little
pretty.
things around. Yeah, a lot of little
Yeah.
things around my house to kind of. And then a friend of mine, she always goes to the parks every now and then. I have her like buy something for me.
Yeah.
Do you mind?
It's
It's hard.
amazing.
It's
Yeah.
hard because I see I see videos like yourself, like you guys are at the parks and things like that. I'm like, oh, I want to go.
You
I
hear the
miss
call to
it.
go back. Yeah, you
I
want to go home.
do. I do. Because last time I was there was back in, geez, back in 2017
Okay.
Okay.
So it's
was
been a
last time I was
minute.
there. Yeah, we went for my son's birthday. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, even when I worked there, I was there. I'd go to work early just to ride some of the rides.
I love
Right.
that. Oh, that's
I
so
did.
cool.
I did.
It's
Um,
Well,
awesome.
not that you're waiting on our permission, but Martha, like it's time. You deserve to go back. Like you have our support. We'll meet you there.
thanks.
Right? Yes,
I
we'll meet you
appreciate
there.
it. I appreciate it. I one day soon, who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I might, I don't even know, but yeah, it was definitely an experience, and you're there and you see like these celebrities and things like that too, and when they were redoing the ride Pirates, Johnny Depp was there a lot because he gave his input and stuff like that for his character,
Yeah.
and a coworker of mine, Marcos, I was working at the Emporium, and he comes in, he goes, hey, he goes, guess who's outside, by the hub. I go, who? He goes, Johnny Depp. And I was like, no way. So I peeked out a little bit and I looked and he's like, you should like go get his autograph. And I looked at him and I said, do you see a security around Johnny Depp? And he goes, well, yeah. I go, they're there to protect him from people like me.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, but
Yeah.
what a way to go out, you know?
That's true.
Sure, I
Like
got
here I am,
detained
like
in a restraining order,
in
but
my in my skirt and my top, and working at at the Emporium. Who would walk up Johnny Depp and flip out? Oh yeah, perfect.
It's true though. What a way to go if you're gonna
I
go.
if you're gonna go, what a way to go.
I
Oh
mean,
dear.
like you can't help but get starstruck,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I yeah. I made a fool of myself a few times, like in front of celebrities, and I'm just like,
Oh,
sorry.
that was us when we saw John Stamos at Oogie Boogie Bash a couple
I know.
years ago. We
Oh,
were all like, "Wait, is that John Stamos?" And
Deimos?
we're like, "No, that's him." We're like, "Okay, can we get a picture?" And then he was taking pictures, and then his wife was standing there, and you and I were talking to her, and we kind of apologized. We're like, "Sorry, you get this a lot," and she's like, "Yeah, I do, but I'm also used to it."
Yeah.
So it just,
oh,
yeah.
But John Stamos,
He's cool.
he's cool. He is cool. Well, you know who else is cool,
yeah.
Martha, is you.
Yeah.
You are so cool.
Oh,
And again, this was very much a treat for us, and we
this
just
is
love
fun.
being able to
Yeah.
provide a place for people like you to just tell your story
Yeah.
and share your love of Disney. And that's why we do this. So thank you so much for coming on with us, and I feel like we're only scratching the surface of what we could do. So we're probably gonna have to do this again. So you be thinking of more dwarf head
Oh
stories
yeah,
because like we're
I got plenty. I got plenty of stuff.
well, you are amazing. Thank you so much for coming on and just sharing the magic with us.
I appreciate you guys having me on too. Thank you. So this is so much fun. I had a blast. This is
Good.
great. This
Awesome.
is a lot of fun.
Well, you're the
Thank you
best.
guys
Thank
so
you.
much. You guys are awesome too.
Thank you.
That's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to rate our show on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to support our show on Patreon. Check out our t shirt shop, Shop Threads of Imagination. And until next wonderful Wednesday, TTFN.